Hi and welcome to today's tutorial. This is Taylor with Strive, and today we're going to be talking about design and designing graphics to put into Wirecast for your live production. Today I'm going to talk about Pixelmator. That's what I use. If you're on a Mac, it's right down here, and you can buy this app in the App Store for I believe $29.99. So a much more cheaper solution than Photoshop, but if you have Photoshop, feel free to use that as well. The main reason I use this is to create PNG files. So it has a transparent background. I'll show you that here in just a second. I'm going to open up Pixelmator and throw together a couple graphics. But it will open up and ask you initially, which you didn't hear, but what size of graphic you want to create. And I'm always working in pixels. And the pixels you want to be working with for Wirecast, the size is 640 by 360. That's the size of your video player, and that will integrate really well into Wirecast and fill up the whole screen. So the width would be 640, the height would be 360. And I'll just go ahead and hit OK, and it will open up just kind of a blank canvas here. And we can start creating, whether that's putting in your school logo, which we have available for you if you need. Any other, maybe some stock images I've found online that I've either purchased or gotten for free. I can put those in there. Just a couple examples of what I've created in Pixelmator. Here's one graphic right here. This is just a preview, and you can see the difference between the two graphics I'm going to pull up. The one on the right has a transparent background, and so it's going to actually show if I overlapped it in Wirecast, and that'll be the next tutorials, putting these in here and how to overlay them on top of video. And so the video would actually be showing where the gray is at. This video image on the left would take up the full screen, and would take up, there wouldn't be any video behind it if we didn't want to. And so this is just a JPEG or PNG file that I've exported. So we'll kind of go more in depth here now and how I created those. And so it's a lot of drag and drop, and so I'll go and find the image that I want to put in here. And so I'm just going to go to my second screen here. And I can go and pull out a graphic, a stock image that I purchased, and just drag it right into here. So whether that's on my desktop or wherever, and I can go and try to size it. Since we're trying to get it on 640 by 360, I'll size it there and try to fit it in there. And so now it's going to want me to hit OK here once I've sized it to where I want it to be, and now it'll stick with that size, and I can still move it around and move it around there. And just to add some basic text, or if we want to blur the background, we can open up the effects browser. But just for this sake, just real quick, I'll just add some text. You can go up and choose different fonts here, and I can just say watch live tonight at 7 p.m. and I can move that around. I can highlight this. I can change it to medium if I want to. I can change the size of it. So I want to make it 48. I'll take up the whole, kind of bottom here. I can also layer in other graphics. So I want to put in now my Strive logo, and I'll just pull that from a folder on my desktop and drag that in there. It's a little bit big, so I'm going to resize that and put that there, and I just hit OK. And I can also add, if I come up here to fonts, it's kind of got a shaded background. I can take that off and just have it flat, and I can put that back here. And let's say we wanted to kind of move this to the middle here, center that up, and we want to blur the background of this image. I would take this, I'm going to click on the football stock image. I'm going to click on this blur here and just drag it over, and now I can determine how blurry I want that photo to be. And so you can kind of add some cool effects. There's several different effects you can add, and you can add how dense you want it to be or how light you want that blur to be. And so we'll just kind of slightly do that. And we'll come up here and we want to export this. We'll most likely export as a JPEG or a PNG, and we can just drop that onto our desktop, and we can drag that into Wirecast and have that as a shot if we want to. So real quick, just a little quick tutorial I wanted to show you guys on Pixelmator. If you have any questions, you can call, text, or email us, Taylor@strive.tv. Hope you learned something, and have a great day.